It's time for everybody to meet the Groypers. It's time to have an encounter with the Groypers and get comfortable because we are here to stay. As things increasingly get worse and the stakes increase as time goes on, you're gonna get more of this, not less. So get comfortable. This is the Groyper era. So settle in, get comfortable. Try, please, to conceal your disgust for the lower classes and for men for 5 seconds. And maybe you'll begin to understand where we came from and where we're going. It's that simple. But it's the Charlie Kirks, it's that douche from The Blaze who says, "You come last. Shut up and go acquire straw for the nest for your wife and kids." And the young men are saying, "I want meaning in my life. I want a life of consequence. I want a life of significance. I want to compete in the world. I want an empire. I want my domain. I want to be a man." And you have these pathetic, sad Gen X, millennial, boomer men that are saying, settle for domestic life. The real end goal is a domestic life. And young men are saying, I don't want to wind up like that. I don't want to wind up a captive in my own home. I don't want to wind up a captive in my own damn country. Because that's sort of what the political class and their accomplices are saying. They're saying, don't worry about the politics. Don't go to college. Get married young and off. Like, that's basically what that is. And that's really the problem, because you could say what they are trying to do is suppress the raising of the consciousness. That's what all of those messages are. If you want to get involved in politics, you become a lawyer. When the political class, when they want their kids to be in politics, they send their kids to school in DC or Virginia. They don't send them to trade school to be a plumber, obviously. And when they tell you have more kids than you can afford, what is that supposed to mean? It means don't worry about your student loan debt and your mortgage and your car debt, and don't worry about struggling to make ends meet. Just have the kids and keep your head above water. How is somebody that is living paycheck to paycheck going to be in politics? How is that going to happen? And so what they're principally engaged in is suppressing a political consciousness. And I'm trying to raise the consciousness of an army. And I'm trying to get young white men to understand that they are a part of a theological battle. The Jews know it, the Muslims know it, and on an ideological and a racial level, the blacks and the Hispanics know it. They're mobilized. They're politically conscious. So, what we're really engaged in is telling the young people, we need to stick it to the man. Tell these champagne conservatives, the atheists, the Jews, the immigrants that are running the Republican Party, fuck off. You're not going to tell us that we're not invited to the party. We're blowing the door down. And you're gonna get Groypers. You're gonna get Groypers with our vulgar, low-class sense of humor. You're gonna get Groypers with our white identity politics. You're going to see them in the halls of power. That's the end game. So, anyway, these are just some things I've been thinking about, mulling over lately.